So finally, I Speaker of Parliament Abanti, Yaniati, Namu Asamo, or my. So that's the prayer. It's a prayer from Aban Babi, the Speaker of Parliament, and Abon Payano.
National Pledge. Mentioned Order 69. We shall proceed to recite the National Pledge.
Serve to the service of Ghana with all my strength and with all my heart. I promise to hold in high esteem our heritage won for us through the blood and toil of our forefathers, and I pledge myself in all things to uphold and defend the good name of Ghana. So help me God. Can we go on the side?
Next, item 6. Item 6 on the cover paper, which is correction of rules and proceedings and official reports. We shall commence with the correction of rules and proceedings of the 10th season dated Thursday, 17th October 2024. Page 1. Page 2. Page 3. Page 4. Page 5. Page 6. Page 7. Page 8. Page
Okay,
9.
I've heard you. Let me position myself well.
Yes,
was in respect of the fact that 4 members of Parliament whose names have been listed have breached Article 97(1)(g) and (h). It was not a mere allegation, Mr. Speaker. So the appearance of who were alleged to have been in breach, I believe that it does not reflect the true statement made by the member, because it was based on the statement that the Speaker proceeded to make to give information that he gave to the House. The Speaker further, in indicating the names of the honorable members so named, their current situations and circumstances were clearly stated in the motion paper. So that, for instance, the first name, Peter Yaopachi Aka, the NDC member for Amenfi Central, and now an independent candidate. Mr. Speaker, so the statement contains these clear facts, and therefore it's important that they reflect in the proceedings as captured for purposes of correction. Mr. Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, honorable member for Medina.
you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I also want to draw your attention to the same item, the paragraph 5, the ending statement, which is majority caucus in inverted commas. Mr. Speaker, I think the true intention will be reflected there when we say that the minority caucus staged a walkout instead of a majority caucus in inverted commas. So if the correction can be made to reflect what was there. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Member Bolsa Sa. Is that okay? Yes, from the distance, I can't see. Honorable Member for, you are all right? Thank you, thank you. Table office, kindly take note of the comments made by the members. Please cross-check from the records and capture what is on the record of the House. Please, page 10. Page 11. Honorable members, in the absence of any further corrections, the votes and proceedings of the third sitting dated Thursday, 17th October 2024 are adopted as the true record of proceedings. Honorable members, I don't have a copy of any of the official reports. So we will proceed now to item 5, formal communication by the Speaker. Honorable members, as you may recall, on Thursday, I informed the House, pursuant to Standing Order 18 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, on the occurrence of vacancies in the House in relation to 4 honorable members. Yesterday, I received a process from the Supreme Court, which is a ruling from the Supreme Court pursuant to an ex parte application directing Parliament to recognize and allow the 4 affected members of Parliament to duly represent their constituents and conduct full scope of duties of their offices as members of Parliament pending the final determination of a suit filed by Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin. By Article 102 of the Constitution, 1992, and Order 64.1 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, I note that we currently have a quorum to transact business, but not to take decisions. I want to read the said Article 102 of the Constitution. It reads, a quorum of Parliament, apart from the person presiding, shall be 1/3 of all the members of Parliament. As presently constituted, the numbers definitely is far above 1/3 of the members of Parliament. But by Article 104, the numbers are not sufficient for us to take decisions. And I'll quote Article 104. Article 104(1) says, except as otherwise provided in this Constitution, matters in Parliament shall be determined by the votes of the majority of members present and voting, with at least half of all the members of Parliament present. Honourable members, we don't have at least half of all the members of Parliament present. Consequently, in view of the current circumstances, the fact that there's a question on the composition and constitution of Parliament, and having regard to the public interest and the exigencies of the state of affairs in Parliament, I will proceed to, in accordance with Standing Orders 59, adjourn the House indefinitely. That is sine die. I want to quote Standing Orders 59(1). It says, the Speaker may, in consultation with leadership, suspend a meeting of the House indefinitely or for a period determined by the Speaker, having regard to the public interest and the exigencies of the state of affairs in the country. Honourable members, I have consulted leadership and I am exercising my discretion to decide to suspend the meeting of the House indefinitely. The House is accordingly adjourned sine die.
That's what I told you. That's what I told you. I said it. Are you
Well, family, auntie, na yakotie MP for no bi ane omo kasa room ne yakoni yakotie omano kasa ni bi say no
Charlie, the year that we need. Bad. Reason no parliament in this.
Oh, indefinitely, I said it's why they don't have specific time anytime. Sorry. Okay. So that's Haruna Idrusi. So finally, go.
Before, don't worry about it. We are going to be very brief. We are dealing with the majority leader, so yes.
Go and pass the other side.
Some of you, good afternoon. We want to make something very clear. NDC members of Parliament are in the majority in Ghana's Parliament. We've made our position. We are not changing our positions. We see ourselves as the majority.
I'm going to let your mic come down.
Fortified by the Constitution and the standing orders of this House, and we see ourselves as the majority.
Yeah, so let it come down.
Grateful to the right honourable Speaker for doing what is right and respect his decision. We hope that the time will come that this House will be recalled and will take our position as the majority caucus. Thank you very much. Thank you. When you see me, thank you, Doctor. The member of the thank you, majority leader. When you see me, treat me as a member of the
so as he said, the end is for jubility. So they say, "Oh, majority."
And they are minority caucus. Anytime they ever come back to this house, we will come back here as majority caucus.
It's era Francis Zedea
Sosu, and so I don't know. Honorable Francis Sosu, and the Kasai. I say, "Oh no, NDC for any time be on the way."
Oh, the Jibbs and Aquaman, let's say, send your name on. Yanni say, I want to hear Asumgia, your pets, and the mouth of my wife, and you start with us. If you are bound of and saw how the confusion and also in terms of the sitting position. The fact is that within the House, they are just to say majority. Into any day, time, I will be at the majority side. You know, in a crown or mobile crown, blue base 100, no more mobile crown around 30. Even the working majority in the House, we are the majority. And in practice, too, by the vacancy, we are the majority. But say, Assembly, if that court and a speaker, any process, you have 7 in your money. See our journey indefinitely. We actually say by the time I be frame back now, it's some semi we are resolving it now. But see, the majority said the best decision speaker taking, and it's a suspending house, indefinitely. After all, the house I was see government business in the because I midterm financial bills and I say budget hearing, estimates hearing in England, major government business. It's like a buy more like or take a cue from ruling a speaker Maya and I said announcement speaker Maya last week, send your bear no more reaching out to the current majority. But our person can not council majority near Yankum, the Amaya, with difference and they engine to and then I go fast my and then the speaker why Jenny passing it and that's why I Jenny indefinitely. It's the it's a campaign and here campaign more DA power. So that 7 December minority of most now Yamo minutes so I am clear after 7 December. And we about house we are a moment challenge in being. Debbie, when in Sobekaya, and from my about Parliament, we know, Nakana NDC and then a majority. Or Mufa Quen Biarasu, Eddie, judges for you, a member of free your side. But we need free honor call by election. When you man in Crawford Satuman. And you know, in leadership, there is something about God. There is a hand of God in everything now. So when you put on sa kasa, na nyame kasa, send nipa that's in your bomb of the ET. Now can you see or Parliament? Young Yana can be dinukre, and I can dinukre, Debay Juma, Nakania AC, Naka AC. Because how can you be a political party without principles? Say 2020, they're not possible. Now 2024, they're not possible. And then you are still screaming it is possible. So what is possible and what is not possible as far as you are concerned? Because you are so inconsistent with yourself. You and run and about the board, I mean, which kind of person is that? It's an idea. Many say, I am going home as a majority Francis Xavier Susu, and I'm a court number board. I campaign more than His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and I'm here sure say NDC for no grounds. They don't also a campaign so that by the end of 7 December, we will return back to this house with an overwhelming majority. So the new man is a Bonia Abai will be a Ghana for. When you say about almost so far, they say the Biakos normal and 11 I can see be here for honor. Betting tax like a be here for honor. Sa LA cry, Yama, who quite say, you're mining a forest region now. Yeah, the private bills are about like a be in the honor. But almost person on me, yes, any one internal, and a more giddy person or Mojisa, first majority, on fact, and not once no difference. But it's just a yampini and Yampinichina. Yamin Susono, Essentially, Saka Hunting, and Yadan Bemana Benda. And I must say, Yakwaba.
Jubilation in Amentias, jubilation, you are not working.
We are going home as majority. I don't know jubilation. We are see, like I said, see, we are going home as majority side. And the Mayan, we are hoping the earlier, no more everything. One more accepted this fact to say we are in the minority.
I wish for Yagusua, Ahasea, Yamamu, near Echo. Now, NDC for no Omukra flags. Our Ghana flags are Omania, Japan, overheard where Omania.
And that year, Mr. Speaker, when we say send your kind, you know, Benene Yardini, Benene Yardini, and last one, no so proud of say, Penny, and run on the water catch like a Canadian run your way. It's a run like a woman I yet. I am a Kamanaka say, or the net pebby near ya, you back as against them 1 year. But I say, Brana say, I did here, being yes, see us on your cookie.
Yo, that's a mammy, a black, default machine, and
Yeah, mammy,
Don't have me try no one minute,
1 minute, please. 1 minute. And then speaker Akasa. Indefinitely. And so set your best friend house.
Oh, I thank God that is this true or English?
That's
fine. No, it's official. It's official language. Okay, can you go back? No, I think that Ghana has won the day, and Ghana has won the day because Mr. Speaker just read what the order says, what the law says. And it's not about whether I, Ablaji Fagumashi, agree or not agree. This is what we have agreed collectively that should guide us going forward. And I think that precedence is always good. It gives you benefit of knowledge acquired. And this is not the first time that this house has gone through this. And so I'm glad that we follow the principles of the game and rules that the agency when we think that it's convenient for us to be recalled, we will come.
What were your expectations today when coming here?
Truth be told, I was hoping that having had the benefit of time, the minority NPP group would rescind their decision and their posturing, and in the interest of our country, come and sit down for us to do business for government. I was hoping that they would, but they didn't. And here we are. Good luck to all of us. I'm going to cut this out to campaign for my president incoming. President John Dramani Mahama.
Mami Gumashino, and on so I can't see NDC for no money. I just say, and then Oberhasi a high. Sorry, a high butu pa enyago. NDC for the dona no money. I chief say. Yes, in at the power.
We used to look up to Ghana. You know, my own experience. I went to Canada back in the 80s, when people see me and I tell me I'm from Ghana, what they ask me is, oh, Kwame Nkrumah. That's how they identified me. But today they identify you as a Galamsey King and all kinds of things that doesn't improve the nation. So anyways, I won't go into too much of today's business. We've cut it clear and short. We want to save all the heartache of Ghanaians. We are going back to our various constituencies and campaign hard and come back and continue to form our majority seat. Thank you.
Thank you.
And also, I want to go back home and at the year. Tia Gusua, Yakosu, Habiano. One who be not Monso Matibi. Say, any gism, the NDC, Abra, Parliament. Finally, a speaker declares indefinite suspension for Parliament. Will be an intimate mark. Emma, into a closing Parliament indefinitely until further notice.
So we are here as the form forum, but we cannot make decisions because we have to make decisions. They need at least 2 times. Speaker, everything else, but one of coronation one party in power. They have to bring business. But none of them will be in here. It's we're ready. Now, NDC majority, we also ready. Saying, Speaker is on standby. Only problem. Speaker said, what kind of problem? He's on standby. Nippon, maybe I remember I from forum to make a decision. And I was also then come back to them constituency. Being an MP, not only theory, theory and practicals. So if the theory aspect, we are not getting the numbers now. We go and do the practical aspect. That is the field work. So you come back to them constituency.
I say I because na and another one say and can talk e bi ana bibi basa bi because amanisa and I feel so obehwe ha say na MPP for no man makra na chese oman by India numbers oman by India numbers na ampa impo sorry oman by India numbers na impo ntokwa na bibi sa akosi as to why na better majority na why na better what I say ha you say no Mr. Speaker wajina emra ahodo so akasa I must say no the akoba nyina ne say no Parliament they say atum until further notice they say obi a ma meeting bia ti de akọ ewie no ti gusu a be mmotie eno ma ekọ so ne bi what I say etie eno no
What is your take on that decision taken by the Speaker?
Well, I think, first of all, thanks that today has ended, peaceful, because nobody knew what was going to happen. But the Speaker made a decision last Thursday that, based on our Constitution and the articles that we cited, that members who reached the rules in terms of having cross-campaign, no longer members of Parliament, whether they came from independent to a party or from party to independent. Okay, so today we have come here as the majority. We sat where the majority sits. The minority came in and briefly and they left. Now, the Speaker came in obviously and said that we had 1/3, which is the quorum we needed to conduct business in the House. And that allowed him to basically, for us to start and then give us his message. Now, we didn't have the numbers we needed to be able to make decisions. Therefore, we cannot make any decision here. So the best thing for the Speaker to do is to adjourn, sort of a closed Parliament, adjourn indefinitely, which is the synodine that we all hear here in Parliament.
Considering that you are barely a month to actually end this particular session of Parliament, this interruption in business activities, won't it affect the House?
Well, that is for all of us as a House to make that decision and do the business that we were elected to do. We were elected to Parliament. No individual MP was elected here to come as a majority or minority. It is the Constitution that determines who becomes majority and minority based on the numbers at any point in time. We entered this House and the other side were the majority and we were the minority based on the numerical strength of 137, 138. Along the line, that strength or that nomenclature has changed. Now it has become 136 for the NDC and 135 for the MP. So automatically, without ambiguity, NDC becomes the majority. And that's the ruling that the Speaker did on Thursday, sorry. Now the Supreme Court issued that has been overturned or until final determination is made. I think it's a bit premature. But then this is a country of law, so we will see the law through. Today we came to Parliament, as we were told to, and as I described earlier on, we had the numbers to form a quorum but not to make a decision. The Speaker has now ruled that we should go indefinitely. So whatever backdoor negotiations or discussions that need to happen, if the minority MPP now wants to do business for Ghana, they should, come for us to do the business. The executive is still with Nana Akufo-Addo, so the executive brings the business, and then the majority will carry it through the Parliament.
But as it's been adjourned, Senate, how that government works?
Well, so if government has business, it's not going to call Parliament. So if they have a certain number of people can call Parliament, or if the Mr. Speaker thinks that that's accepted for him to call Parliament, he will do so. And we will come as we have come to do the business of government. But don't forget that the work of Parliament is not only here in the chamber. We have committee meetings that are still going on because it does go finally on recess. We also have our work in our constituencies, which is also going on, considering that this is an election year. So that's also ongoing. So for us, maybe a quarter of our work is suspended indefinitely. But 2/4 of our work still continues unabated.
Now, one of the key issues plaguing this particular country has to do with illegal mining. Then we organized the by particular that in airline 2462, the government has been disclosed plans to bring an airline to ensure the replication of this particular airline 2462. As the House has been adjourned, has that not gone into the market?
Well, I mean, this government has been in power for 8 years. If they have any airline to bring here, I think it's in the 11th hour. So I don't know whether we all want this illegal mining issue to be addressed. So if the Parliament comes back, if the Speaker calls us back, and it's a business on the table, we will do it. Yes. And we are here to serve Ghana.
Parliament upon they are suspended Parliament indefinitely by the Speaker of Parliament, original Article 45, and the other articles as well. I can catch and we declare Parliament, we declare no indefinite, we suspended Parliament indefinite until further notice. Tiani a member of parliament for the Dona MP for NDC for you know Makasa Dodona Kasan say there upon parliament in tea. The mobile and Yamisha must say mobile number share mamma the messages by mamma share me free outside. In your Yamisha be a wow share me free Ghana have. Yamisha baby I will be a on count on your cassia. It was a sell time I be to cram in so meet me. At the house one of my bomb damn the house. How you could media. First time I have been subscribed to channel. Yamisha, my door, I say bye.